Jersey, the dog days of summer are coming to a quick end, but that hasn't stopped these dogs from having some fun near the Garden State's coast. It is a taste of October to end the weekend, but I'll let you know how that East Coast forecast is shaping up for the work week coming up right now on AccuWeather Weekend. And thanks for joining us here on AccuWeather Weekend. I'm Damien Lotus. I'm going to start you off here with a poll that we took here on our social media pages. We asked, pick your favorite weather. We had 3 choices here for you, and the results are in. Now, whether it's cold and sunny, hot and windy, or warm and rainy, we wanted to know what you really liked and the weather conditions that you could tolerate for a lifetime. And the numbers are in, and as of right now, cold and sunny ran away with the competition at 63% of the vote. Warm and rainy came in second place at 27%, and then hot and windy, which probably would have been my pick, only came in at 10%. So we appreciate everyone chiming in on that. But yeah, cold and sunny, I think everyone's looking forward to fall time and the leaves changing and all that pumpkin spice and everything nice, right? So yeah, we'll have some more updates and polls coming out later this week, so we'll definitely keep you up to date on that. But you can, if you want to have more weather fun takes, just be sure to follow AccuWeather on Facebook or X, formerly known as Twitter, and you can, keep up with all the latest. There's all of our social media pages right there and our app. We definitely love to hear from you here as we head throughout this week. We'll have some pretty interesting questions here coming up for you. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get you started here with the forecast. And as we head throughout today, I will be tracking some big changes. Now, across the plains and across the West Coast, lots of sunshine. We will see record-breaking temperatures possible across the West Coast once again, but the main weather story is going to be this tropical rainstorm developing here across the Gulf. That is once again going to be bringing heavy rainfall across the southeast. Florida's going to see some showers and thunderstorms, but there will also be some cooler air working its way across the northeast. And just wait till you see how cool it's going to be here for this afternoon. Highs today across the northern plains, the Great Lakes, the Midwest, and the Northeast. It is a keeper. Highs will be 70s, 80s, lots of sunshine, even the southern plains getting in on the action, but it's all about the heat on the West Coast. Boise, Idaho, 96, Los Angeles in record-breaking territory as far as consecutive days at or above triple-digit heat. So we will be watching that very carefully here as we head throughout this afternoon. Now, a cold front has dried out the southeast and made it feel a little bit more fall-like for some. However, northern Florida and southern Georgia are stuck with a stalled out front overhead. That will keep rain in the forecast as we watch a new tropical system in the western Gulf develop on the tail end of that front. Now behind that, the front in the northeast, October is in the air. A chilly breeze has brought temperatures down to records for some areas, but while we do moderate this week, rain chances are limited. So let's go ahead and start you off here with a look at the forecast across the southeast. So for your Sunday outlook, this is pretty much what I'm going to be tracking. Now, dry and warm weather, great weather across the southern plains, right? However, there's still going to be widespread showers, even a low chance of showers and thunderstorms, severe weather across the Florida peninsula. Some of these storms could produce some small hail, some brief heavy downpours of rain, and a lot of lightning. But overall, the severe threat remains low, but it's going to be that flooding potential that's going to remain that primary risk as we head throughout this afternoon and into this evening. But temperature-wise across the southeast, it'll be a little bit of a mixed bag. You can take a look at this. Now, Orlando and Tampa, hot, steamy, stormy. That's going to be the forecast here for today. But Nashville and Raleigh, if you like sunny skies and highs in the 70s, you're going to love my forecast here for today. Now, across the rest of the southeast, Atlanta looking nice, Charlotte looking great, but for New Orleans and Miami, pretty much anywhere across the Gulf Coast, anywhere across Florida, you are going to be dealing with showers and thunderstorms here as we head into this afternoon. Across the rest of the region, temperatures will be a mix of 70s, 80s, and depending on how much sunshine we get, looks like we'll even see some 90s there across central parts of Alabama and Mississippi. So yeah, Montgomery, Alabama, a toasty 91 degrees under sunny skies here for this afternoon. Now, as we head into tonight, overnight lows will once again dip into the 50s. So the farther north you go, the cooler your air will be. Definitely a fall-like start here for your early Monday for Nashville, for Raleigh, for even Little Rock and Jackson, Mississippi, down to 59 degrees under clear skies here during the overnight hours. But after that, that tropical rainstorm is going to redevelop across the Gulf, and as it pushes its way slowly to the north, the entire Gulf Coast from Brownsville, Progresso, up towards Corpus Christi, Beaumont, Houston, Port Arthur, Galveston, even all of Louisiana into the Florida Panhandle, Mobile, Pensacola, Heavy rainfall and flooding will be the issue here as we head throughout Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for the forecast this week. So that's what the main issue is going to be. So for Monday, all that rainfall is primarily going to be across the Florida Peninsula, but that nice weather is going to slowly start to work its way here a little bit to the east, but still it's going to be wet and rainy here the farther south and the farther southeast you go. So that's the southeast. As we look at the northeast, it's that taste of fall I've been talking about. It has felt great, and we will see because of the jet stream pulling in a lot of cooler Canadian air, but it's also going to kick off some rain chances primarily across upstate New York. Now overall the chance of rain will remain relatively low, but I can't rule out the possibility of a few stray showers developing for this afternoon. But temperature wise, once again, if you love sunny skies and highs in the 70s, you can't beat this forecast here for today. Philly, Boston, Detroit, Baltimore, sunny skies, highs in the 70s. For a couple of other cities, once again, New York, D.C., Columbus, Pittsburgh. I mean, it's just pick your spot. It's going to be beautiful weather across the Northeast. Now, across the rest of the region, the highs will be a mix of 60s, 70s, a couple of 80s far as the farther south you go. But Burlington only at 60. That's about 15 degrees below where we're supposed to be here for this time of year. And as we head into tonight, more chilly weather with a few areas dipping into the 40s, including 47 tonight in Columbus. That 43 right there in Charleston, that is near record-breaking cold here for tonight. 43 is the number to beat. That's the forecast low here for tonight. In fact, Parkersburg, West Virginia already set some record lows earlier this season. Looks like we're going to add one more to that list here as we head into the overnight hours. So we will be tracking this very closely as we head throughout the next couple of days. And right now, Bree and Melissa have an update with the Big Three.
Hey Damian, it is time for the Big Three, where we're diving into the other bigger weather stories we're following for today. Number one on the list, 'tis the season. We're covering the tropics.
And we told you as we go to the peak of hurricane season, things are going to turn back on. And here they are. We have two medium risk areas across the central Atlantic that we'll be watching for this week. But one of the biggest concerns is a little closer to home.
Yeah, tropical rainstorm now, but we are forecasting a tropical storm to develop in the Gulf and impact the U.S. So we're keeping a close eye on this one. Even to start the week, we'll have some of those tropical influences still bring moisture. But Melissa, we have that disturbance swinging in along the Yucatan, developing here in the Gulf, eating this moisture up, basically carrying it north. And that's going to be bringing us more rain to the nation's midsection.
And we're going to be talking about the potential for a landfall as we go towards the middle and or later part of the week. So Wednesday into Thursday along the Texas-Louisiana coastline, that's where the core of it will be. But of course, it's bringing rain north up the Mississippi Valley.
Yeah, either way, we still have some big tropical impacts, still a high risk to lives and property right at landfall. And right now, we're looking at eastern Texas, western Louisiana, right along the coast near Lake Charles.
Yeah, and one of the big questions with this storm system is how far north can it ultimately get with that moisture? Why? Yeah. Because it's hitting a high pressure system that's just so gorgeous right now across the nation.
Yeah. And it's going to deflect a lot of that precipitation away. It's beautiful, though, across the north central states. Green Bay, you're at 76, Chicago, 75. A little bit of that haze sticks around. So for sensitive groups, just take precautions there. Rapid City, though, Scottsbluff, it's going to be hot as we head into this week. That high pressure strengthens. Boy, you're going to sizzle.
The numbers do go up for us. Sioux Falls back into the lower 90s. Chicago making a run towards 90 in the upper 80s. And you can see many of those numbers as staying a little above where we should be this time of year. So enjoy the quiet now.
All right, let's take you to the west where it's already been hot. And we don't have to tell you that. I know you have been sweating it out. Highs are going to be running in the 90s up and down the west throughout our Sunday. So we're still hanging on to that big heat. So hot, in fact, we are in record territory. Ramona, we're looking to fly past your record of 103 with a high of 110 today across SoCal. But we're even challenging and beating records as far north as Washington State, Montana, Glasgow coming in with a high of 97.
Spokane, Washington, 92 puts you almost 15 degrees, actually a little more than 15 degrees, I think, above historical average this time of year. The heat does break for you in Spokane towards the middle of the week as we get back to the upper 70s. noticeably cooler air moving in. It takes some more time for some
day
than
by
others.
day, noticeably cooler here for the start of the work week. Spokane, you're gonna feel the differences by Tuesday at least as highs drop significantly.
All right, that's what we've got for Big 3. Damien, back to you.
All right, thank you so much. So a quick look at your travel forecast. Already starting to see some delays here early this morning. LaGuardia, Minneapolis, even Seattle starting to see some minor delays here for this morning. But as we head into this afternoon, the primary delays are going to be across the southeast. For Orlando, for Tampa, we will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms that could cause some up to possibly ground stops for a few areas. But overall, this morning, heading out this afternoon, everything's for the most part is going to be A-OK. We will start to see some slowdowns right there at LaGuardia. We'll have more on AccuWeather Weekend coming up.